Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to be learning lesson 78 in our LOE books. You may need your workbook, but you can just follow along with me for now until we get to our workbooks. Today we're going to be talking about the phonogram Y. This phonogram makes 4 different sounds. I will say the sound and then I want you to say the sounds. Y, I, E. Good. You will notice that this sound or this phonogram makes the I sound. So let's go ahead and talk about when we use the I sound for this phonogram. Today I have some words up here and I want you to put your goggles on again. We like to be word detectives and I want you to look at our words and tell me what you notice about these words. That's right, I kind of gave you a hint. I underlined all of the Y's in each of these words. All of my words end in Y, but they make the I sound. I'm going to read these words with you. I would like you to read along as I read them. B-I, buy. S-p-I, spy. F-er-I, fry. I, sky. I, my. I, dry. I, why. I did this word twice. Do you know what this says? I, dry. I, why. Good. There's one more thing. We know that all these words end in Y, but there's something else that is special about all of these words, how they're the same. These words are the same by the number of syllables that they are. So we're going to try to find out the number of syllables in each of these words. To find the number of syllables, you can tap your chin, you can hum the word, snap your fingers, clap your hands, or tap something. Today I'm going to tap my chin, okay? So every time I tap my chin is the number of syllables. So let's start here. Buy, spy, fry. So far, how many times have I tapped my chin for each word? 1 time, okay? Let's try this. Sky, 1 time. My, 1 time. Dry, 1 time, which means it's 1 syllable. Last row. Why, 1 time. Dry, 1 syllable. Why, 1 syllable. So all of these words end in Y and they also have 1 syllable. I want to tell you a rule about the Y. Whenever you see a Y in a 1-syllable word, it says the I sound. So that brings me to a rule that you need to know. Y says I at the end of a 1-syllable word. Now you say it. Let's say it together. Y says I at the end of a 1-syllable word. Excellent. So whenever you see a Y and you know it's a 1-syllable word, at the end it says I. So let's take a look at some words. I'm going to try to trick you and see if you figure this out. There's some words here that I have on my board. Let's see if we can read them. So I have I. Try. Is that how we would spell try? It is 1 syllable, but I see something here. What do you know about I at the end of an English word? Can we put an I at the end of an English word? No, we can't. So I can't spell the word try like this with an I. I'm going to use a Y instead because Y says I at the end of a one-syllable word. I. Good job. Let's look at the next one. I. Fly. I see an I. Can I do that at the end of an English word? No. How many syllables is fly? Fly. 1. And I know that if I have a Y at the end of one syllable word, it says the I sound. I. Good. There's another phonogram that we've learned in the past that says the I sound. Do you remember this phonogram? This phonogram also says I. That's right. This can be at the end of a word or before a T. So let's look at the next word and see if we can fix the next word. I. Sigh. I can't end it with an I because English words do not end in I. So that's incorrect. But I know I can add IGH to make the I sound. I. Okay, so this IGH also makes the I sound in a word. Good job, friends. So, in your workbooks today, you'll be working on lesson 78, which is page 218 in your workbook, your Dragon workbook. And you will be reading the words that end in Y. You can use your highlighter or a crayon to underline the Y that says I in each of these words. On the next page, we're practicing rhyming words. So you'll be drawing lines to the words that rhyme. Words that rhyme sound the same, like pain, lane. They both say ain. They don't have to be spelled the same, they just need to sound the same. The next page, you have a story that you're going to read, and it's about basketball. And it's about all these basketball players here, and you're gonna draw lines from who had the basketball first, then who had it next, then so forth, all the way to the end. So it's like if they were playing a basketball game, who had the ball first, and then you're gonna draw lines to who had it next, and then who had it after, and then, and at the end of the basketball game. So you have to read the story to find out who gets the ball at the end of the story, okay? Then on the next page, the last page for lesson 78, you're gonna be writing a sentence. Now this sentence has something different in it. We've talked about it a little bit in the past, and it's quotation marks. I always like to do that with my fingers. You take 2 fingers and you go like this. And quotation marks are for when someone is talking. So if someone is talking in your sentence, then you put quotations marks around what they're saying. So you'll be learning this a little bit more in 1st grade too. So you will write this sentence with quotation marks. Quotation marks touch the top line. And also when you're reading, I would like you to be on the lookout for some quotation marks, okay? I hope you had a great time learning with me today about the Y that says I, and I will see you soon.